welcome back to Last the Process 3 on ESA, benefiting Save the Children. I am Kick-Ass Pancakes here with a large portion of the Sonic 3 community. I have Chronoon.
Yo.
And Zaxon.
Hello.
They will be racing, however, I have two very knowledgeable commentators here, Ben in Sweden.
Hello.
And Joey Baby 69.
What up?
And with that going, I'm gonna get out of here, watch this race. Chat, please enjoy this. This is something special.
Alright. So how are you feeling, Zaxon?
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, shoot.
Should I count you guys down?
Alright. I guess there's not much more to say. The game explains itself.
Yeah. Joey, you can count us down.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Yep,
Good luck,
good
you two.
luck. Good luck, Cronin.
Good luck.
This game explains itself. Yep.
Oh yeah, S3K, S3K, Sonic 3 Knuckles. This game is really known for being heavily busted, but the first zone in the game doesn't really showcase that much. You're gonna see a very simple trail to the end of this. Chronoon does not prefer to have Fire Shield here, but Zaxon is gonna take it. There isn't a huge difference in terms of how fast you can get to the end, depending on what strat you like to go for. Yeah, a very short, simplistic level. It's just getting to the end and getting the 6 hits on the Act 1 boss. Good to go for Act 2. Zaxon 50, that's really good. You can get a 49 or lower, but that's incredibly difficult. Here we have the amazing bubble shield, which I think it's the only time you ever see it.
Unless someone messes up.
Oh yeah.
I can get it too.
Yeah, I really like Angel Island Zone particularly just because it's the one time you actually see like all 3 elemental shields. And you think that's a good showing of how the run will be, but that's really not the case. But it's fun to see all the shields at least at one point before you
Yeah,
start.
Zaxon's doing a quick skip there using the bubble shield.
Yeah,
Skips getting up
bubble
that
shield.
section.
Yeah, bubble shield's big use, and it's only used in this run currently, is using the bounce to get a lot of height bouncing off of the enemy shield below, and you're able to like skip a decent section.
And what Zaxon did just there is he's setting up a cutscene skip, which Chronoon's going to go for just now as well. What you'll find is that if they've done it correctly, Knuckles won't press the button, the bridge will just be destroyed, and they'll be able to get onto Hydra City.
Yeah, I think it's like some memory manipulation where where the cutscene will kind of end and you can just go straight to Hydra City 1, so it saves like a good 8 seconds or so. And you want to make sure to not get hit by those bullets and just stay on the correct sides, bouncing on egg. It's very simple, but it's also pretty easy to get hit if you're not like paying attention.
And Zaxon got it, so yeah.
Hydra City Act 1. This is the last level for a good while. That's gonna look relatively normal because there isn't really a particular zip that's useful here, or zip at all, I should say.
Also has one of the hardest bosses to optimize in the speedrun. Not a hard boss, but just to get a good time with it, it can be quite difficult.
Yeah, the boss has like rotating, I would say, bombs like surrounding its centerpiece, which is where you give it its hits. So just depending on when you make contact with it will depend on if you just get hit or not. And the most optimal way is getting 6 hits in succession without taking damage yourself, which is really difficult to do. And it's also knowing the height of you getting the boss hits off screen, which is also kind of hard to get down. It's realistic to get like a 55 or so if it plays out really well. But it's also
Yeah, sure.
possible to get like a really high, like 1 minute.
And Hydra City 2, first level wrap you'll see in the game.
Yeah, they're gonna
You die here.
to like unload Act 1, so they can zip to the left to initiate a level wrap to the end of the level. A little tricky to get down, but it's one of the more tamer zips in the game. Or like getting the clip, I should say, and zipping to the
Both give you
left.
first time as well.
Both runners getting through Hydra 2 pretty well. It's not rare to see not getting the clip and getting an extra deaths in, which will waste a lot of time.
And you can game over there as well, if
yeah,
you're
for
incredibly
sure.
unlucky.
Now, here's a relatively new skip that was found by the Crescent. So what we're gonna do here is try to do a screen wrap and manipulate subpixels and get a 2-frame jump off screen. Unfortunately, Zax didn't get it, but what the idea there is to get clipped through the ground, getting in position where the spring is unloaded, because in this game, when objects are off screen, they're not loaded in game. So if you get in their position as the screen's coming back, you just clip through. Second
Nice.
try.
Chronoon got it there.
Oh, no. That's Chronoon. Chronoon got it first, which is really good. Zach's having a little bit of trouble here, but it's the course of this game. It's really difficult. And once you get the zip, you get transported to this little cliff section where it's possible to get off screen, but you would have to get it down really well. Now it's just to get into position where the boss would load. And both runners have to do really precise one-tap spin dashes to get into the boss's range to get the hits in. And luckily, Chronoon got it first try. Good stuff.
I've been having trouble with this one.
Heck yeah, dude. A clean control is a good control, yeah.
Yep.
Zaxon not too far behind, getting it third try, which is not too bad. This is definitely like one of the bigger reset stages, just for how much shenanigans the game can throw at you. This game loves to throw its punches where you least expect it.
And even after doing the boss, you're still not in the clear because that crusher can kill you as
Yeah, just like that.
Oh
well.
no!
There you go.
Wow.
Alright, there's a precise. It's like,
I don't.
well, you're in. Do you know how to play Marvel 2?
No.
Alright, okay, well, at least you're gonna have to just do like the ceiling strat. Okay, so after hitting the capsule, you're not out of the clear. With certain inputs, there's still a chance that that crusher above can kill you. And if that happens, you get warped into Act 2, which you don't ever want to see in an actual run. The level you're trying to skip. But now to Chronoon screen. He's gonna do a really specific setup here, where he's gonna land with wheel glitch. Or I should explain wheel glitch. So he has a glitch. He has a state where gravity will be a bit messed up here, where he can use his advances for.
Oh my god, I'm not loading save states. No, I'm resetting. I can't believe this right now.
That's races in a nutshell.
Ah, damn.
Dang, that was close. Screwing. Okay, alright, well, this is Sonic 3 and Knuckles in a nutshell. This is how bad the game can treat you if it wants to be. So, okay, so I guess I should explain now. So he's activating wheel glitch with his, gravity is, going downwards where he stands, and we can use that for Act 2 to skip a good portion of, Marvel Knight Act 2. So what Chrono wants to do is have Tails not at any point and just have Sonic just bounce on the enemy and just open its weak point so that the popper can get the hits for him. But it's also a very difficult trick.
It's ridiculous. Like 6 tries, dude. It's crazy.
That's Marvel Garden. This is what you do going into this.
I know, it's crazy.
And looks like Chronoon's
Yeah,
done
Chronoon,
the
second
boss
try.
and kind of that one. Yep.
This boss is terrible. It can go wrong in so many ways.
Now it looks like they're very far from each other. This is the least of. This is not the first and last time they're gonna face like reset heavy skips here. Anything at this point can screw any of these runners over.
Chronoon's got to carry this glitch all the way through to the end of the stage.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
What? What?
I've not seen that before.
Well, we're doing a glitchless. All right.
What's
That
going on?
sucks.
Chronoon clipped into the ground and he immediately died, zipping to the left. I've never seen that before.
Neither have I.
See, like I
Alright.
figured like spin dashing off the
Rez,
spikes
where
would
you at?
save time,
You're
but
heading to the lab right now.
like that I just traded a second for like a minute and a half.
I almost just died again. That was so close.
Okay, Zaxon finally out of Marvel Garden, thankfully.
I can't.
Zaxon could actually catch up a bit here. Well,
Yeah.
This race.
Like if Zaxon can get like a first try carnival and a good carnival too, he can get right neck and neck with Chronoon.
I think I had to do Carnival 2 glitchless as well though, but
Oh,
well,
well,
no,
I mean,
if you fall down from the ceiling, like I was telling you beforehand, then you only need to watch the Knuckles cutscene, so it wastes about 15 seconds or so.
okay.
this is like impromptu,
Just don't
improvised commentary. We did not expect for this run to go like this.
What do you mean? Did not expect it to go like this?
See,
or at least not like as bad as it's gotten. But
hey, on my splits alone, I got plus 4 minutes just on Marble Garden, so.
yeah. Zach's looking like he's. Yep. All right. That's a good. 56 is a really good carnival one.
Yeah.
Normally I commentate on how far Chronoon is on Carnival 2, but I have no idea how long Carnival 2 normally is.
I'm closing in on the end. Still got a
He's got about
little bit
30
to go.
seconds, I think. Got the
Yeah.
Barrel of Doom coming up.
everyone's favorite. I mean, I guess we have to show this off in a marathon, so here it is.
Ooh.
Oh! That's
Damn.
not the way you get through the thing, that's for sure.
Again, trading a second for like a minute.
Zach's getting ceiling skip. See if he could.
As long as he doesn't
improvise.
jump, you'd be able to recover this.
Alright, I won't jump.
Yeah.
I've never done
That's-
this before. I'll have everyone know I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm pressing. So I don't jump.
No, just hold left. Oh, you've jumped. I
I
can see
jumped?
that already.
Oh my god. I've never done that before.
You soft lock.
Oh, that. And since that's Carnival Night, that's back to.
Oh man, this game.
Thanks, Zaxon.
What is this race?
I can't believe this.
Okay, so there's something I should emphasize before. So for both Marble Garden and Ice Cap, you end these levels prematurely in a way where the game doesn't think you actually finish these levels. At any point you soft lock in Carnival Night or Launch Base, you go back to Marble Garden and Ice Cap respectively. And since Zaxon soft locked, he has to do Marble Garden. So yeah, this is quite the race.
Dude, this is what I get for not learning backup strats.
What? Oh my god. It won't let me do anything!
Video games. I swear these guys are proficient runners in this game. No, like this is just how the game is.
This is what a no reset looks like.
Oh man.
Alright, I'm not gonna take any risks on any of these dang cylinders.
Yeah.
4 times. No, how about... No. No, not
Oh,
even.
a lot of times.
Let's go down here. Alright. God.
Hey, I know you guys want to see the Marble Garden boss again, okay? Like, look at that. Oh
Just
man,
don't get crushed again.
please. I really hope not.
That'd be kind of funny.
Okay.
Okay, Chronoon approaching the Act 2 boss.
Alright. Hey, there's still a long way to go, okay?
Yeah.
This is still really early game. Definitely, hopefully this is the last time the run of the game does get to these runners, but there's way more things that can kill off this run for both of them.
Almost every stage.
Do I know the Nux route? I do not. I'll just, you know what? I'll just do what Ben said. I'm just gonna hold left.
Yeah, release, spin dash, hold left.
Do I release spin dash when I get stopped?
Yeah.
Alright.
I can't believe
Chronoon
that's clip
approaching
happened.
Ice Cap.
Now I'm never gonna do it again. Great.
Yeah, this is my first time ever
Watch
running
out.
this game,
Max is
guys.
joining. And Control's gonna join it when he gets home in 3 hours.
Chrono's gonna utilize a skip called Soul Glitch. So when an object that Sonic stands on, like breaks or just leaves off screen, Sonic will still retain the ground he stands on. So if his angle ever changes, he'll retain it till he gets to any point in the level. So that little platform right there, once it leaves off screen and he bumps the wall, he will have slope glitch, so he can just phase through walls in the ground, and he can do this. It's really difficult to just get a certain timing of off screen, but so what Chronoon did is now he's on the Knuckles portion of the level, I believe so.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so this is a spot where he can initiate a level wrap here, zip to the left, and with precise inputs, he can maneuver himself past behind the second act boss, since the entirety of Ice Cap is linked together, so he can just get right behind the boss and enter the entrance transition to Launch Base.
Stop! Damn it. Jeez. I still skipped the boss.
There you go. Jump as well, Zaxon. Jump.
Oh,
jump.
ah!
There you go. You saved it. Right at the last second there.
Alright, cool stuff.
Like, guys, this is a backup strat. I've never learned this. I've never done this.
So what Chronoon's doing, he's gonna do a flybot strat where he's gonna want to get hit when he's gonna get inside an elevator, and he wants the elevator to be on a certain height so he can initiate a spin dash inside the elevator, and he has a 2-frame pause to get a level up.
Oh boy. Well, there's a advantage for you, Zaxon.
Why? Where's he at? What happened?
He's soft locking launcher base.
Oh my god. Wait, is he back on Ice Cap?
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back in Ice Cap. Roll now. Now you guys are neck and neck. Yeah, that is the second soft lock you don't want. But I guess, quote unquote, fortunately, these are the only parts where it happened. But in this early game, it's a real run killer when it does. So we in fact do have a run now.
Alright. No messing up for the rest of the run, Chronoon, okay? We can't do that.
Got it. Understood.
I would like to have everyone know that they're not reaching their S. At least I don't know if they will.
I'm still on pace for estimate, technically.
Okay.
I'm only
What was
plus
the
9
estimate
minutes. 45 minutes or something? 42 minutes? Something like that.
This
Once
is very
again,
close.
getting the level up. Yeah, this got really close out of nowhere. But yeah, so this is we're attempting level up again. Zax is his first time getting in here. Looks like they're going to get into launch base relatively at the same time. Zax with a slight lead. Yeah, that's right. So the game thinks you only finish Act 1 of Ice Cap. And soft locking and launch base pretty much makes the game think that you didn't even do Act 2 yet. So the game will promptly take you back to Ice Cap on a reset.
Is it too early or too late, the soft lock in this one? The elevator?
I think it's too early. Or like at least getting a frame that gets you soft locked if you didn't get the spin dash.
Yeah, dang it.
Good.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one of the better case scenarios. If you're off or if you're too early on the draw of the spin dash, instead of soft locking, you just die right when you get to the end of the elevator shaft. But thankfully, he has another chance to go at it. Chronoon into the boss fight. Let's see him get it first before I speak about it.
Oh, no. Okay. Now for the random chance that this can still work.
Oh.
Goodness.
Could be a chance that Chronoon has to play launch space too here. Yeah, I think this doesn't look like
It was a bad timing.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
There's a skip at the beginning here as well that Chronoon could do.
Oh, what's that? What's up,
Yeah,
Mike?
there you go.
Sorry, Michael.
So
That's
that
still-
is a perfect spin dash and then a frame perfect jump off the wall.
Yeah.
Zax, I think he got it.
I don't know, actually.
It's a little. It was a little late on your. Let's see.
Let's see. Ooh, it should be okay.
No, dude.
Oh no. Okay. Let's take this from the top. All right. The idea here was. Okay. The idea was for both of these runners to kill off the first enemy of that two enemy boss fight. That is Knuckles' usual boss that he fights. So the intended way is to kill off the first boss, so the game thinks, okay, you finish Act 1 onto Act 2. But since you left the second enemy on screen, once you defeat it on Act 2, the game recognizes the boss has been defeated,
You know what?
and will
I have to
finish
reset.
Act 2.
Wow.
But yeah, so this is where oldie strats actually come into play. but you know, Zach's unfamiliar with the route. Unfortunately, Zach has to do ice cap again.
Yeah, I don't know how long Launch Base 2 would take me.
I cannot chickened out on that
But
fight.
Chronoon with a big lead now.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, even though, you know, in the race gives me an advantage, in a run, no. This is like a minute time loss, which is why we have switched to the elevator strat. That strat that I did was the ancient strat, which is ancient as in literally like a year ago.
Yeah, I would have boasted how amazing Chronoon's save was, but I'm a new runner and I have no idea what he just did. But I'm gonna say that was really impressive.
I would never have expected to get that first try.
From what I've heard, it's definitely difficult. It's 2-1 for him, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
frame
one.
perfect.
Okay, nice. Oh, and a really quick mushroom kills it.
Hell yeah.
That's insane to do.
But yeah, it's oh, I gotta make sure I get these.
Yeah, you have no
Alright,
worries.
whatever. Yeah, it's a perfect spin dash, like 100% perfect, and then you need to get a frame perfect jump, 1 frame before you hit the floor at the end. Never get electric shield. Hurts my soul.
Yeah, that other flip was insane, dude.
I love it so much.
Ice cap, just in progress for Zax here. Got through the hard part though, so he's on his way to get another attempt and then launch base. Mushroom Hill Act 2. Now we're back to the game looking normal. This is a level that doesn't have anything to really exploit. I know Chronoon prefers to have Lightning Shield, but doesn't get it here. And so he's gonna go through this level shieldless, which is not too bad. It's just a matter of making your jumps, which Fire Shield would slightly help out here, but it's not necessary.
I'm just stubborn.
Yeah, no worries.
Akami, it's 25 minutes.
Zach's going for launch base skip here again. Alright, nice, you got it.
Alright, if I mess this up again, I'm gonna roll around on the ground on my stream.
I mean, if you get it, you can just only be like a zone behind.
Yeah, even though Chronoon's ahead here, it's still Zaxon can still catch up as well.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game. That's just how the game rolls. Alright, I think Zaxon got it this time.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. I got some catching up to do for sure.
Flying Battery Run, the most easy to understand level in the game, because it's as intended, right?
Yeah, it's by design.
The Asian English here, just to lose all collision of the level. Sonic actually discovering that he could just walk around the level, and it just works out.
Alright.
But yeah, Zaxon showing off how the level should have been done in the first place. Skipping out of launch base 2 to not even do it.
Oh, god damn it. Alright,
Oh,
so I have to explain that one. I was being cocky, honestly. I was trying for the swag kill there, which is what I call,
Yeah, you want to, like stand on like the side of the capsule before the enemy destroys itself. And what that happens is you retain slope glitch for Act 2. Unfortunately, Chronoon fell off the capsule and then the boss destroyed itself, so he has to restart.
So what people usually do is they jump, but you can just walk off. And
Exactly the unfortunate death on the log boss.
so my bad on that one. I
This
won't
is
do it
why
again.
rings are your best friend.
That old pinch, loggy pinch.
Well. Man, I was expecting coming close to a world record this run, not even close.
Hey, maybe you can sub one.
So I'm still gonna go for the fastest strat here. Well, fastest one I know, the top rat strat. So if I do mess it up, I will have to do Flying Battery 1 again. If that happens, I'll just do the other.
Considering
strat.
how this race has been going, you sure you don't want to go for late?
Nah.
Yeah, so
Yes, please.
well, let's see him get it first before I really explain it.
Jerry goes for a completely different strat here to everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, is that good? It's not good, unfortunately. I got the 1 frame early, and I guess I messed up the pause after.
Okay,
I
so
think I overshot it. Yeah, it's 5 frames. I'm so idiot. So stupid.
okay, so Flying Battery Act 2, there are, well, essentially there's 4 ways, but let's just say 3 because those are more humanly possible. So there's 3 ways to do Flying Battery Act. One is the method Chronoon did. It's doing really precise inputs through the wall there to just go on top of the level and just slowly walk on the ceiling, just get to the boss area. Another where you go downwards to the bottom level of the battery, go to the boss normally and try to skip a section of the boss fight, which we call a laser skip. And another, which is promptly only ILs, individual levels only, which I only do, which is frame perfect. I just want to bring that up there. But yeah, a lot of options to do Flying Battery. Speaking of battery, both of these runners are now on Flying Battery. Chronoon just finishing off Act 1, Zach's just getting there. Let's see how Chronoon fares for round 2 of Act 2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take this method. It's a little easier. You can still die on that zip part there, but
Yeah, but it's like infinitely more lenient.
yeah.
So now we're gonna see another method of escaping this boss. I would assume Zax is gonna go for top route.
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so Chronoon's going for laser skip. So it's just skipping until you get to the actual boss fight. The boss will encase you in lasers that normally you would have to wait a good amount of time. I don't know how long it is, but I would say it's
It's
like
about 40 seconds.
40 seconds. But you can skip this if you get a really precise spin dash. A quick spin dash off screen. It's there's a lot of conditions to be met to get this, but it's really precise. Just that's all you need to know.
Chronoon's going for what we call the 50-50 method, which is you stand on a very specific spot, do a reasonable spin dash that isn't perfect, and then there's a 50-50 chance that you get through the laser, and it looks like he hasn't managed to do it, so that wastes 20 seconds.
So
Zaxon's
if he
Play out the top
Zaxon
route.
gets top route,
I can't get in there. Why won't this work?
Oh no, what the? I don't.
Try going back to the
I
right
don't know.
first, and then come back again.
I'm gonna. There we go.
That was interesting. Okay, so Chronoon is after the boss. He's gonna have to wait for the floor to rise up to the actual fight. So no what time waste here. It's just kind of just what he has to do.
Yeah,
Zach's
Zaxon
going for laser skip himself.
Yeah, if he gets it first try, then he'll catch up about 40 seconds worth.
Bye, Tails.
Just like that.
There you go.
Well, there you go. First try laser skip. That's
The
how
second method there.
Yeah, I do a different method
See,
than
that's what we do
Chronoon.
later.
So these runners are just, I want to say like maybe 30, 40 seconds between each other. Not even that bad at all for the game. But now we can come to a pretty difficult skip. Okay, so Studiopolis 1. Studiopolis, oh my god. Mania.
What game are we
My
playing?
bad. My bad. Sanopolis, there we go. Okay, so Chronoon wants to push this block here and have Tails push it off, and he's gonna want Sonic at a certain pixel to
Oh my god, look at my capsule.
clip through the.
Nice.
What the heck?
Okay.
And the music for the boss was like not playing. The flying battery music was playing. But
Oh,
yeah.
That capsule you normally get in New
Okay,
Game Plus, Hypersonic.
Okay, so what Chronoon's doing is he wants to have the block really close to the edge, stand on a certain pixel, have Tails push it off, and try to zip really fast to the left side to initiate a level wrap. It's really precise, and you have approximately 3 frames to pull this off at a certain point of the zip. But based on his pauses method, I assume he's gonna want to go for certain 2 frames just to be necessary. So now both runners
Can we
are
just
pulling off
appreciate-
of. Yeah, like.
I was going to say, can we just appreciate the neck and neck again?
Yeah, like they're both going for Sanopolis here.
Bad.
Zach's gonna.
I had it, but I didn't jump on the pause.
Yeah. Alright, Chronoon with the first zip here. And with that, he'll just go straight to the bus. Yeah, but this is one of the more difficult tricks. There's definitely a lot of optimization here, but it's still getting a 1 pixel spot and just timing your jump perfectly. Just easier said than done. And, you know, Zach's not too... Probably like 20, 30 seconds difference.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
I can't believe after all that's happened, we're still neck and neck here.
Yeah, so right now my timer's saying 35 minutes and 35 seconds for RTATB, and yeah, like in a normal run, the run would already be over, so...
You guys only have 7 minutes left to make estimate. No pressure.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just too nervous just before the race. Like, I had to race against Chronoon, I had Joey Baby and Ben in the call, dude. That's way too many nerves.
It's the marathon jitters, dude. We all have it.
Yeah, you know how I felt before this.
Alright, also, I should really bring this up. So for Marble Garden, Ice Cap, and Sanopolis 2, these are the only 3 levels, and I guess with a Sky Sanctuary as a kind of exception, where screen wrapping is possible because the level infinitely loops vertically. And with that, you can initiate these screen wraps where the screen will try to catch up with Sonic after you jump when you pan the screen all the way down. And with that, you can skip and bypass objects that are normally loaded off screen. You can skip a lot of portions of the level.
Nice, Chronoon getting loop clip first try there. That's a fairly new strat. It's been around for a couple of months now. And it's another strat that's got three or four different variations that people can use to go for it. But I think both Zaxon and Chronoon use the fire shield. Yes, we have replaced stair clip with loop clip. Used to be 3 different stair clips in this game. One in Sandopolis 2, one in Lava Reef 1, and one in Lava Reef 2. Both Sandopolis 2 was the hardest one, which we've now replaced with loop clip, which is still a fairly hard trick, but it's a lot easier than getting the stair clip. Lava Reef 1, that's got 2 different strats now that can be used to replace it. One is using tails, which you'll see likely both runners to go for, and then in Lava Reef 2 we still have that one, which you'll see used to skip the auto-scroller boss. Chronoon's going to do a clip here, just pushing that block down and then walking into the wall. There we go. Basically what he's done there is gotten Tails to pull through the blocks there whilst they're off screen, and then getting back on screen to break them. And Chronoon's coming up to one of the hardest tricks in the game that you only get one chance at. And we'll see if anyone gets it. We call it monitor clip, where you basically have to roll under the monitor, the fire shield, to then stand up just as it's falling, and you have like 1 or 2 frames to do it.
I tried to buffer too much. It was over when I missed the flag frame.
Yeah, so if Zaxon gets it, he will get a minute lead. Neither of them got it.
Dang.
Which is generally to be expected.
Basically, monitor clip. The monitor pushes you into the ground, and like you want to be underneath it, so it pushes you in the ground, and then you can do a level wrap, which saves a minute. But the thing is, sometimes it won't push you in the ground, and it'll like kill you, or you just won't go in at all. Whoops. This is interesting.
Basically where Chronoon's getting to now is where you would end up after doing monitor clip. And here's the stay clip.
Every time.
And after that, there's another trick, which we call Tunnel Escape, which Chronoon makes it look very easy there, but it's doing 2 one-tap spin dashes within about 9 frames. And Zaxon also making it look very easy as well.
Give him a smooch, Tails. Alright.
Ah, nice. Chronoon got the team strat where you can push Tails into Knuckles' sprite, which confuses the game because it thinks that Knuckles is on the ground, and it means that you can kill him in 2 hits. This is back to being very close again. On the same cutscene.
Testing, am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I
My
see.
internet cut off at one point, and I just like lost all connection. So sorry about that.
It's supposed to be my internet that went off tonight.
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, like once loop clip happened, my internet just like completely just borked. Anyways, nice to see you guys still on pace. Neck and neck, as always.
What the hell happened to make it so close? S3K happened. Right, so Chronoon just did the vertical wrap in this stage, which basically just removes the death plane and allows him to get right to the end of the level.
Yeah,
And
skips like
just-
2 additional fights that you would normally do.
Yep. And this is the first boss that's RNG based, so the pattern that it actually has, and Chronoon got a very good pattern there.
Minute flash really good.
I had a good pattern too, but I decided to suck. Alright, and it comes down to this. Death Egg.
Death Egg.
Both runners approaching Death Egg. I can't believe we've got to this point.
This is
Start off with
another
a straight
cutscene
jump.
skip.
Delicious straight jump. Love it.
Dang it. Missed the cycle here. Well, let's see what happens in the bid.
Okay, now literally both runners are straight up, like, neck and neck. Perfectly. Like,
They're within like a second of each other.
yeah.
So I'm gonna take a risk here, because I like to do it.
This is the strat that Chronoon only goes for in RTA. No one else really goes for it.
Chronoon surprise. Going for a quick little level skip here.
Let's see, I might not get it. Yeah, no, I missed the frames. So
Damn.
Fortunately, I don't have to redo the stage if I mess up that trick. Unfortunately, I have to wait for a few things like that platform and that bridge to spawn. Whoop. Yeah, if I got the trick, it's a nice zip. I'll point out where it leads me to. It would save me like just 10 seconds.
It's basically where Zaxon is now.
Yeah. Okay, so that time it took Zax to get there, Chronoon would have gotten it if he got that zip there. Well, for once it didn't work out, but, you know, it is the last zone, but it's not the end here. There's also one final trick at the very last level, which is a 1-framer. And if these runners mess it up, yeah, if these runners mess it up, they have to do Act 2 again. Zax approaching the Act 1 boss, Red Eye, everyone's favorite boss.
pretty decent first phase there.
Oh yeah.
Is this world record pace? No.
Probably, perhaps. If they believe in themselves.
And 203 is a really good time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
203 isn't bad.
Okay.
So Zach's approaching. Zaxon taking intentional death. Same reason why the death is done in Hydra 1. This to unload Act 1. So the Act 2 could be possible. And get into the level up. The idea is having the staircase to go lower, unload it, and then have it load as you're right on the square. Ooh, and Zach's just being a frame off, and he has to do Death Egg 2 again. Yeah, it's having a one frame check at the very final level. It's not the greatest. Kern is gonna attempt
Tails!
to get Tails.
Neck and neck, actually.
Yeah,
Tails is not
the
playing
only
ball.
thing is Tails is not cooperating here for on Chronoon's own. Okay, Zaxon actually getting a second try.
Nice. And Chronoon getting sub-pixeled there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And he's got stuck in the wall as well, so which he can get out of, but it can be a bit difficult.
Yeah, at the very least, it's not a soft lock. It's just you have to find a way to get out and just kill yourself as quick as you can. There's one final obstacle Zax has to get through. So we're gonna have the collision to be off-centered for this final section, for the final boss, to make a certain phase easier. But what that means is that the far right side of the area won't have any collision. So if Zax gets to that part standing still or walks over it, he will fall straight down and die. So he has to make sure that does not happen. Going to defeat this first phase here.
Zaxon's walking really slow to make sure he doesn't get.
Yeah, so on the very right hand side of the screen, yeah, like Joey was saying, there's actually no ground. Even though it looks like there is.
Zax came through the fingers nicely. This is the phase I'm talking about. Because of the collision off-centered, the floor on the left side is slightly still solid, even though, well, the far left is not solid, but a portion of it is, which can set up for a decent damage strat here.
Alright, time is when this screen goes white.
That's getting the last hit.
And
Are you
time.
kidding me, Tails? GG.
Jeez. Yeah. Sonic for your knuckles, everyone.
Yep.
That's probably the best way you guys can show out. I'll say that much.
Yeah, just to give you guys a perspective of this, this was 17 minutes behind my PB, so...
Of course I get it,
That's not bad.
pauseless. God damn it.
Ronan showing off his pauseless strats.
A little bit too much too late.
Hey man, no worries. Everyone played a bit rusty there. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah,
Easy
GG guys. Yeah, it's just crazy because I got a 35 yesterday. I got two 35s yesterday, and then get a 51 in the race. Funny.
Zaxon, you should know by now. That's how this game will be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As we say in the Sonic 3 community, you have to be just a little nutty to even pick this game up.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell where Chronoon was at for the most of the time, but you guys made it sound like we were close a lot of the time, so.
Yeah, like at the start of like early mid of Death Egg, you guys were like a second behind, with you slightly in the lead. And then Death Egg 2 happened.
So I don't think I got the glitch. I'm just gonna do it the old way.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Seems to shift.
Oh yeah, definitely no.
Alright. Well, time is coming up for me as well on the whiteout. So get ready. Time.
Strong
GG's.
finish, dude. Got the
up,
Death Egg
guys?
2 pauseless. That's incredible.
I mean, I showed off some neat stuff, but holy crap. Yeah, this, honestly, like anytime you see someone get a run where they can do everything first try in a row, it's not to be taken for granted. Just very hard stuff to do. To just do it on command is especially difficult. But it's fun. I had fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun.
the execution is one thing. The punishments are another. For something like a launch-based soft lock costing you like upwards of three minutes just because you get whisked back to the previous zone. It's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's just everywhere you go. First half of the game, just straight hell. Second half, you think you're free, and then you get to see Flying Battery, Sando, Monitor Clip when you need to, and then Death Egg. Doesn't end. But it's really fun. It feels really good to play this game. And even though it's this crazy, there's a lot of things you can do to have even a decent time. Anything like sub 50 is still really good. Anyone can pick this game up. Just learn like one of these tricks or a few. This easy version of these tricks, the community is huge. I say this every time this is in a marathon. Like, please don't be scared of this game. We even have a subcategory for just Sonic and Knuckles. Like, it's a really fun game, and we love.
Yeah,
Community.
the competition has been getting a lot of traction lately. There's always people in the Discord if you need some assistance for anything for this game, and of course any other Sonic game, because we all have like an additional Sonic game or two that we can help you out with if you ever need it.
And that's not all for Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the weekend. We have an all-emerald glitchless run coming up tomorrow of this game by none other than Big John. So if you still need your Sonic 3 and Knuckles fix, we got you more tomorrow. However, what an amazing pair of races from the great Sonic community here. We have one more Sonic game coming up. Sonic 3D Blast. Brought to you by Amber Cyprin. Give us a little bit of time here to set it up, and we'll be right back.